Hi everyone, so today I'm going over the timeline in the case of Jayden-Lee Meek. We know that his mom, Tiffany Dunn, was arrested and she has not pled yet, so she is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Now, as you can see in red, I've got what is confirmed. This is based on what I could find as a published media source. Unconfirmed is in yellow, which I couldn't find a media source for. And then green is what happened according to Tiffany Dunn, Jayden's mother. Now, in her ENCA interview, Tiffany says that at 6:15, Jayden-Lee went to school. He was picked up by his driver and he went to school. And we know that he did go to school that day because the school confirmed it. So this is all facts, right? Now, when things start to differ is when we come around 3:30 and the driver says that Jayden-Lee was dropped off, right? But according to Tiffany, he wasn't dropped off. And she says that at around 4 to 4:30, she got her mom to phone the driver, which I find personally weird. Like, it's your child, why don't you phone the driver yourself? But anyway, so the mom phones the driver and then the driver phones Tiffany directly. And this is all based on an ENCA interview. And says, listen, I dropped Jayden-Lee off. He went inside. He must be home. Now, we know then that according to Tiffany, she starts to get worried. And at around 5 o'clock, the community starts searching. And this is important because that staircase that he would later be found at is empty. And the community members are going up and down and they're searching. They even, I believed, went to go buy some bushes in the back to go search. They searched the whole area and they couldn't find him. Then a formal police report is opened at 20 to 7 and Jayden-Lee is officially reported missing to the police. Now, to end off the evening, Tiffany says she goes to go sleep at her mom's house and her mother confirms this. And the reason is, this is all in the ENCA interview, is that according to Tiffany, her mother was worried about her. But a lot of you have pointed out, if your child is missing, shouldn't you want to wait at your own house in case they come back? Why go to a different location? And if the mother was just worried, why didn't she stay over at Tiffany's house instead of them going to a different location? It just sounds a bit suspicious to me. That's just my personal opinion. And like I said, everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Now, we have to go to the next day. So this is something that's unconfirmed, right? So either a tenant or security. There are apparently 2 securities at the complex. One who walks around and the other who sits at the front desk. And someone claims to see Tiffany in the complex at around 4 a.m. in the morning. And we also have reports that are unconfirmed that have been circulating on other channels that Tiffany was seen buying bleach and mops. But I personally have not been able to find a media source to confirm this, so I didn't add it in. Then at 6 a.m., Jayden-Lee is discovered on the stairs. He is warm and he is clean and he is wearing different underwear. And I'm going to get into that now, why I think his underwear was changed, right? He's not discovered by Tiffany. He's discovered by either security or neighbors. And they rush him to Discovery Hospital, a private hospital, and he is declared dead. And then we know at 6 a.m., Tiffany is at her mom and she receives the phone call, according to her ENCA interview, saying that, listen, your son is rushed to hospital. He's been found in the stairwell that was previously empty the previous night. So now I'm going to speak on Jayden's injuries, and if you are sensitive, now's the time for you to give me a like and a follow and skip the rest, because it's going to get brutal. So we know that Jayden-Lee was still warm when he was found, but he was clean. And the thing is, like, there was apparently a lot of blood that was found in allegedly in Tiffany Dunn's home. And the thing is that apparently the police say someone tried to clean it up. We don't know who tried to clean it up, but someone did try to clean it up. And you know how police know this is because they use a chemical known as luminol. So luminol is a chemical that emits light in the presence of iron. And you find iron particularly in someone's blood, hemoglobin. And I can speak on this because I'm a scientist. I'm not a reporter, despite what everyone thinks. I'm a scientist. I'm a biochemist. So basically what happens is that when the luminol particles hit the iron that is present in blood, it emits a glow under UV light, right? And it lights up crime scenes like you won't believe. Just go and watch any YouTube on it where you can see. And according to what police found, they found a lot of reactivity in Tiffany Dunn's house, including to the point where it was even present in chipped tiles. And this is where the theory came from, a violent assault, because the amount of blood that that little child would have to lose would be significant. And for him to be found clean without any blood is means that someone washed his body, or washed him while he was dying. And another thing is that someone probably changed his underwear, because if you don't know this, when you pass away, all the muscles in your body relax and you let go of your bowels and your bladder. So this is unfortunately what happens to you when you pass. And I think that's what happened to Jayden, is that he obviously he obviously let go of his bowel, and I don't know why his underwear was changed. Maybe it was an attempt to hide some more evidence. A lot of people are saying that he was raped, but as so far I cannot find any evidence published in the media saying that he was. The only thing that we know now is that he was assaulted by an object, and he died from blunt force trauma. So Jayden-Lee attended the Royal College, and it is alleged that he talked to both educators and fellow pupils that he had mistreatment prior to his death. And I'm getting this straight off of the Cape Argus. And he is said to have talked about how he was left alone, that he didn't always have food, and that he had come to school with visible bruising. Now, the Department of Education is currently probing the Royal College because, you know what, schools and teachers are mandatory reporters, which means that if someone comes to you, if a child comes to you and says, hey, listen, I'm being abused, it is your legal duty to report it to the police, to report it to the principal. And it seems like Jayden-Lee was just someone who just got lost in the system. I mean, the signs were there. The signs were there that something was occurring, and everything wasn't happy at home. And it's just tragic that how he lost his life in such an awful way. I mean, you guys have your own theories in the comment section, and I have to agree that if any of those theories is close to the truth, which some of them probably are, then this child was clinging on to life allegedly for hours and hours before he eventually passed on, and then his body was moved. Now, I'm going to be following this case. If you have anything else to add to the timeline, comment below and we'll build this timeline together. And I just wanted to say, you know what, justice for Jayden-Lee. I've been following this case since the beginning, and it's just shocking. This is just such a shocking outcome.